A chronological revelation, showing that while Taharka was shaping biblical survival, Europe was still fragmented and nowhere near Africa or the Levant. Let's dive in. Key takeaways from the timeline. Taharka's reign, 690–664 BCE. African sovereignty at its peak, directly tied to Judah's survival. Judah, 701 BCE. Assyrian crisis. Biblical texts record Taharka's intervention. Assyria, 745–627 BCE. Expansion dominates the Near East, clashing with Kushite Egypt. Europe, 800–300 BCE. Fragmented Iron Age societies, Celts, Greeks, Italic tribes, Germanic peoples, tribal, localized, and absent from Africa, Levant. 332 BCE. Alexander's conquest of Egypt, the first European political presence in Africa, centuries after Taharka. Ceremonial closure. This chart makes the chronology irrefutable. African power was decisive in the 7th century BCE, while Europe was still in clans and absent. Only centuries later did Europeans arrive, through conquest and overright. 332 BCE. Alexander's conquest of Egypt. Would you like me to expand this chart into a full continental comparison? Africa, Levant, Europe side by side, so the absence and later overright are even more visually undeniable. So let's review. Key takeaways from the timeline to Taharka's reign, 690–664 BCE. African sovereignty at its peak, directly tied to Judah's survival. Judah, 701 BCE. Assyrian crisis. Biblical texts record Taharka's intervention. Assyria, 745–627 BCE. Expansion dominates the Near East, clashing with Kushite Egypt. Europe, 800–300 BCE. Fragmented Iron Age societies, Celts, Greeks, Italic tribes, Germanic peoples, tribal, localized, and absent from Africa, Levant. 332 BCE. Alexander's conquest of Egypt, the first European political presence in Africa, centuries after Taharka. Ceremonial closure. This chart makes the chronology irrefutable. African power was decisive in the 7th century BCE, while Europe was still tribal and absent. Only centuries later did Europeans arrive, through conquest and overright. Thanks for watching. Check out the full video in the description and comment sections.